Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg Wunderle. I'm with IBM. I started in this business in 2008 before there was a word DevOps. And if you go back to 2008, we were just starting to develop build tools. So you can see I'm a cool cat from Cleveland, Ohio. I hear cats work for this. But the build tools were just starting to be done. Well, you had ThoughtWorks had something that was coming out. Ultimately became ThoughtWorks Go. Anthill Pro became Urban Code. And there were lots of other tools. But today there's lots of tools. And the day one problem is solved, right? It took about 8 years to get there. But almost every company is doing the low-lying, let's go build the deploy and have some kind of version of a pipeline that looks sort of like this. But it's not just there, it's where we're going. If we have a team that shows up and is 70% faster than everybody else, well, eventually what happens? People are going to want to join in and they're going to want to expand, and that throughout the enterprise, people are going to want to do it. So what's the day two problem? We got the easy stuff done. Now we have to start taking a look at, if it works for one team, can it work for the entire organization? How do we scale it? Today, we don't just have one cloud provider, do we? We have multiple cloud providers that we have to deal with. We have new technologies that weren't around a couple years ago, containers, Kubernetes, Docker. We have many, many DevOps tools, not 3 like when I started. There's many, right? Pipelines everywhere. Every team, every tool has their own pipeline. And how do we get all this stuff together to make sense for organization? This is tough stuff. So day 2, what we want to start looking at is production delivery. We want to start to digitize the release process. We want it to go to our smart devices, our iPhones, where we can take a look at it immediately. What happens for DevOps Enterprise in 1 year? What can we do in a year, right? Imagine if you could get thousands of applications, thousands of components, 500 or so new apps a year, 15,000 versions. This is a really big thing to get done for an organization. What does good look like from technology? We all don't have just one technology any longer. We have not just one cloud, but could be 3, 4 different clouds. Oh, by the way, our virtual machines don't go away, and our mainframes don't go away either. All of this stuff is relevant and good. So how do we do this? What good looks like is visibility. How do we see what's going on regardless of the technology that we're using? We want to be able to deliver faster. We want to have better performance and rates. And we want to provide visibility and applications that can show us how fast we're delivering applications. Wouldn't it be great? We all see the DOOR report. And if you read it, mostly they're surveying people and asking, you know, how fast are they going? Wouldn't it be great to have statistics like this where your system's telling you, you know, how long is it taking to deploy, and what's our bottleneck? You know, is it development? Is it QA? Is it production? And it points you directly there so you can start to take action and really start to get into some lean, right? Also, releases are becoming more and more complex. You know, a simple application that you might do for retail, if you go to add one feature, you might have to touch 6 or 7 different components, and it becomes pretty complex. We want to be able to do it faster. We want to take a look at pipelines. Almost every company has more than one build tool, more than one deploy tool, more than one release tool, don't we? And then how can we take all that, aggregate it, put it on top so we can make sense of it and take action on it? And then, you know, you guys up the top should like this. If you read Gene Kim's book, you can't look down on a software development team and see where the bottlenecks are, where the boxes are stacked up. But wouldn't it be great to have visibility here to take a look by dots and see where are our bottlenecks? So these are the directions that we're going with the IBM Urban Code brand. You can see that we believe that for the day 2 problem, we should be able to scale. We should be able to work with multiple technologies, clouds, whatever dev tools you have, we want to be able to work with those. I like this quote. It's a book, The Art of the Business Value by Mark Schwartz. It's basically saying we need to put our development teams in position to react to the marketplace, the competitive pressures that we have economically and also from our competition. Everybody's putting these books up, but I see one that I haven't seen a lot of. This is The Goal. If you've read Gene Kim's book, The Phoenix Project, I'd suggest you go back and read The Goal. That is a cool book. It's the theory of constraints. It will rock your world. It'll open up a whole lot of windows for you. Oh, and by the way, Cleveland, we have cool dogs as well as cool cats. All right. So thank you very much. Stop over, see us. We've got some cool new stuff we'd love for you all to take part in. Thanks.